to another Prezi presentation where we are focusing on time management with Kanban. This will be the last topic that I host for my week of leading until I lead again in a few weeks' time. So without further ado, Kanban. So when was it invented? Kanban was invented in the 1940s by Taichi Ono, an industrial engineer and businessman for Toyota Automotive in Japan. The aim was to create a simple planning system which controlled and managed work and inventory in every stage of production optimally. The name Kanban comes from two Japanese words, kan meaning sign and ban meaning board. Next, we are looking at the method types that Kanban has. Kanban applies many lean and agile values as well as a subset of the Scrum values and principles which we will look at later, but there are also some fundamental differences. Kanban focuses mainly on visualization, flow, and limiting work in progress. Lean development is the application of lean principles started in manufacturing as a way to optimize the production line to minimize waste and maximize value to the customer. These two goals are also relevant to software development, which also follow a repeatable process, require particular quality standards, and rely on the collaboration of a group of specialized workers. I've also listed below two very good sites that you can use if you want a digital version of your Kanban. So if you ever wanted to create a Kanban board, Trello is one of the leading sites for creating, and also Kanban Flow have been known for having a really good system in where you can set yours up. It's very easy to do, they walk you through it, and I'm telling you now it will do wonders for your business management. So moving on, as we have looked at lean and the way it is structured in software development, you take a moment to read through the slide. Anyone taking notes, I'll leave this up for a moment. If you do wish so, please do pause the video so that you can take your notes. Moving on to the agile aspect. Business agility is the ability of an organization to adapt quickly to a market change internally and externally. It can respond rapidly and flexibly to customer demands, adapt and lead change in a productive and cost-effective way without compromising quality. Kanban allows the software to be developed in one large development cycle. Despite this, Kanban is an example of an Agile methodology because it fulfills all 12 of the principles behind the Agile Manifesto, because whilst it is not iterative, it is incremental. And what does that mean? Incremental development slices work into small bite-sized pieces. These are called increments. Iterative development is the process of repeating and refining a cycle, or rather a way of working. Next, why do we use Kanban? So Kanban boards can give everyone the visibility to ensure that top priority work stays top priority, thus improving team efficiency. They also encourage focus in a team-based setting in order to finish existing work before starting new tasks. Kanban boards ultimately unify distributed teams. So now let's have a look at the 6 basic principles of a Kanban board. So the first one is to visualize the flow of work. You need to understand and observe the current flow of work, which will help you visualize how tasks are progressing through the workflow. Limit work in progress, otherwise known as WIP. This means when you limit work in progress, it helps teams to complete work at hand before moving to the next one, as we mentioned before. Therefore, it's essential for the work in progress to be marked as done so new tasks can be pulled in by the team to complete. Next is to manage the flow of work. The whole point of using Kanban methodology is to manage and improve the flow of your work. So the focus in Kanban is to have a thorough understanding of the process to get the work done quicker and more efficiently. Next, we have make explicit process policies. When you're working as a team, it's important for each member to be well aware of the policies, process rules, and the guidelines. It encourages them to work their way forward with cooperation and harmony. Even though, as small business owners, we are looking at ourselves for most of our time management and all the strategies within our business, we need to also look ahead to the points where we have grown to such a large rate where we are now managing teams. This works for an individually based planning system, and most definitely when you have a team, this can be applied in those different environments. So do use this, because it is the most vital piece of time management you will ever come across, and it really does work, ladies. Next, we have implement feedback loops. Feedback loops are an integral part of the Kanban project management system. This is where members tell others what they did the previous day and what's on their list for today. Such short meetings can provide a great opportunity for team members to update and sync with the team to make sure we're all on the same page, everyone's doing what they're meant to, and nobody is overlapping on work or doing other tasks that need doing after. Lastly, continuous improvement. As Kanban provides a shared vision of a better future, it acts as a foundation for continuation and evaluation in improving. It is helpful in making teams more effective and more productive. Even as an individual, you will really see the difference that it makes to the way you run your business. You will find that you're getting more done within the day because you're focused on specific tasks. You know what needs to be done today, what can be done tomorrow, and in some cases you may even decide to put up things that can be done in a few months' time or years in the future. But really, as a board, you should be focusing on things that can be done more in the present moment, short-term basis, so that you can get things into your done folder and get progressing on. So next we're going to look at Scrum. So what about Scrum? To Scrum or not to Scrum? That is the question. So Scrum is a simple framework that facilitates team collaboration on complex projects. The name is derived from the sport of rugby, in which Scrum is a formation where everyone plays a specific role, but everyone is working towards a quick adoption of strategies. It intends to deliver results in the shortest possible time, with a lot of emphasis in iterative progress and teamwork. So the Scrum process, what is that? In the Scrum framework, a team works in a series of iterations, often called sprints, where they evaluate what is working and what is not. So effective communication plays a very important role in such short sprints and iterations. Usually a sprint or an iteration consists of sprint planning, where a team meeting, a meeting of team members plan to decide what to complete in the next sprint. There's the daily stand-up, a short huddle, also known as a daily scrum, to sync and know the latest updates. Sprint demo is where an activity of a sprint review, where the completed or done product backlog items are demonstrated. And then the sprint retrospective is a review of what went well and what didn't to improve the upcoming sprints. So, you're undecided on what to choose, what to use for your business. Kanban versus Scrum. What do we do? So, choosing Kanban or Scrum framework could either be an entirely personal choice or depend upon your project requirements. So whatever it is, you need to make sure it's a well thought decision. If you are confused, try both frameworks and ask what went well and what went poorly in both cases. See what you're more comfortable with and what flows better for you. Keep the following points in mind before making the final decision. So first of all, you can choose Kanban if you're looking for project flexibility, or you can choose Scrum if you're up for continuous devotion to projects. Likewise, go for Kanban if you prefer visualization of workflow through metrics. And Scrum is recommended in case of intense human collaboration and rapid feedback. So ladies, I know that's a lot of information to take in. Do take the time to go through the slides again to look at the frameworks and see what works best for your business. I personally have been using Kanban, as we're now going to discuss in the next slide. So how do I use Kanban for my business and even my personal life? So business-based, for my brand Cosmic Kiss, my vegan-friendly cosmetics line, I organize the workload. I am able to prioritize the tasks. And similarly, as this the slideshow was presented, as you saw on the computer, post-it notes. So ladies, believe it or not, I have a lot of post-it notes up on my bedroom wall, all different colors. The yellow ones are the main tasks, so what I need to do to accomplish a big task is in pink next to it, with checkpoint lists of the mini tasks I need to do in order to fulfill a big task. So for an example, one of my big tasks was to make more marketing material. So that includes photos, videos, getting people to review and take little clips. So that was the yellow post-it note. On the pink post-it note, I had bullet points on the checklist that said, make more glosses, set up the perfect lighting for the concept, take clear photos, upload photos on the computer and edit them, use the appropriate editors, for example, the ones that I mentioned earlier on other topics like Canva, Impresso, iMovie, even TikTok. And then the last one is post on relevant social media platforms such as IG, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, and of course, my main website. So setting goals for the day is so much easier because you can visually see. I know a lot of people like the digital format because it's tidy in a way on the desktop, but the danger of this is that you can tend to forget about it and you will not update the system. If you're waking up and seeing something on your wall continually, you're more motivated as a person because you can see I'm being very good with my time management and I can see the tasks that I've done. I see there's progression and I see that I need to push forward with completing the things that are in the to-do and the doing to make sure they're done. I'm able to keep on top of my agenda for the week and I can plan future tasks that will assist in overall success. So for my wall, I have a backlog of all the things that I can do for my business in the future, my to-do, which are more now moments. The doing are things that I'm currently working on in order to get them done, which is the final goal. So the other walls that I have a non-profit initiative that I'm currently helping someone with, and I've made a board for that. You can also make a board for your studies, your course. So for my business management course, I'm also making a revision Kanban so I know which modules I need to keep up to date with, which ones I need to study, any assignments I have coming up, made that. So I'm making sure my life stays organized, whether it's business-wise or personally. So ladies, we have reached the end of our topic. Thank you so much for being patient with me and learning all these key skills. I really hope you're able to apply this really key time management plan. If you do have any further questions, please again do not hesitate to drop me a message. Ask me to help you make one. I'm here and available. Let's get organized and let's get the success.